Hey there, this is Emsa Demon and this is part 5 of Golden Sun playthrough. So right now we just got out of that place where all the elemental stars will be, thanks to the Guardian. So we have to escape. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna use the synergy that Isaac has, which is retreat. And what that pretty much lets you do is, lets you come back all the way to the main entrance. And of course all the villagers have gathered outside and are witnessing what is actually going on right now. The volcano's erupting. As a result, the Soul Sanctum will eventually be destroyed, its infrastructure. And of course the villagers already know who went into the Soul Sanctum. And they're worried. Apparently no one survived according to them. But yeah, we did. If it wasn't for the Guardian, I think they both would most likely be dead. Yes. Because it's already too late to rescue Kraden and Jenna. Yeah, they just noticed us here. Where have you been? What happened? I'm just reading the dialogue. Yes. So it's obvious that Kraden and Jenna are no longer with us to the villagers. And they probably won't understand what was really going on. I'm surprised they didn't have any guardians, like any soldiers at the Soul Sanctum. I guess they must have thought it was like an unimportant temple or something. The thing I like about this scene is that there's no dialogue. Pretty much the characters are just playing out the events that took place inside the Soul Sanctum. And I believe this was they were running away. I mean, you can somewhat tell what was going on just by looking at the sprites, the animation, or the character animations. And yes, they were taken prisoners. I don't think Kraden is a prisoner though. I think he went on his own will. He didn't mind. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We're actually at a temple, or it might be a shrine or a worship place. And in this place, you can actually revive a character. You could heal them. You could pretty much restore any status elements. And of course every village has one. I mean, this is typical in any RPG. You're bound to have some place similar to this. And of course the priest here, he's probably knows what's going on since he's probably the oldest person here. And he also has whatchamacallit, a different type of synergy. I don't think he has a name though. I mean, he could revive, so I guess it's more closer to the gods. Or his powers. See, he can actually communicate with the Guardian telepathically. And he can see the future as well. So now if you actually pay attention to the dialogue, the elder would explain what the purpose of the elemental stars are. Just to summarize, pretty much what the stars are, they grant you power, and according to the Elder, it could either be used for to do good or to do evil. So it's pretty much up to the people of this planet to decide what to do with the elemental stars. I mean, that's pretty much what he explains. Unsurprisingly, Garrett and Isaac become the chosen ones. Pretty much the chosen ones that would go out on the journey and prevent the elemental stars from being used at each lighthouse. So pretty much the way this works is like, if you want to activate the lighthouse in the Mercury lighthouse, you will need the Mercury star. And what it pretty much does is it powers up the Mercury, any Mercury synergy, like water. Water is Mercury in this game. Whenever a Mercury lighthouse is lit in, any Mars synergy or fire will automatically become weaker. It's like they're opposites somehow. But I still don't understand what's strong against Venus or weak against it. I think it's Jupiter. Okay, and as I mentioned before, the Elder here, he can actually communicate with the Guardian. And proof of this is this scene right here. I don't think this is the actual Guardian, I think this is just like a mirror image of him. Because as you can tell, there's an aura surrounding the Elder. And by the way, this is the last time you get to see the Guardian in this game. Yeah, I know, it's strange, but the Guardian is probably should be one of the most important characters in this game. So now Isaac and Garrett both have the responsibility of either returning all the stars back to the Soul Sanctum or preventing them from being used. And of course, they're not sure what to do since they're very weak right now. But fortunately, if you remember from the last video, every time after you remove all the stars, the Djinns came back to the world. And what the Djinns pretty much do, they increase the stats of each character. Like say Garrett, he's a Mars adept, so any Mars Djinns that he has with him, it'll increase his status, his stats, and also his fire synergy. So yeah, this is how they actually get stronger. Without the Djinns, there probably wouldn't be any way of defeating any of the bosses later on. In some cases, you actually have to rely on the Djinns, because the secret bosses in this game are very difficult. Of course, everyone in the village is worried because they're just children and they never really had this much responsibility. And aside from that, their powers are very weak compared to the other villagers. So it has been decided they will continue on their journey, starting the next day. So right now, it's transitioning to the next day in this game. So it is daytime in Vale, and everyone is getting ready to say their goodbyes to the characters. Also, before I forget, this will be the only time you get to actually be in the village. Like once you leave the village, you can never come back. You can never enter it. They pretty much won't allow you to. It's like you don't ever come back to this village. I know what's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna spoil it in this video. So the kids are just standing there, seeing what's going on. Pretty much all the villagers are gathering up by the Synergy Rock to say their goodbyes. So now you have all the villagers here, and everyone's counting on the characters to to complete their journey. In case you didn't know, the old guy in the middle, in front of Garrett, that's his grandfather, and his two sisters are to his right. And unfortunately, Isaac's mom is not here, because she apparently didn't want Isaac to go since she lost her husband during the flood, or I should say when the boulder killed him. I don't know about you guys, but I find it odd that the characters they didn't really get much help from the village when it comes to like their equipment or money. So you're going out with nothing. Your weapons aren't that, they're not gonna really help you, your equipment. And you pretty much have to get all the gold fighting off monsters. So right now they're all gonna say farewell to both Isaac and Garrett. And for the first time we're going outside the village. As you can already tell, when you were in the world map, it kind of looks like it's in 3D-ish. And the first thing you meet here, I should say, is the Djinn, and I believe that's Flint. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's Flint. It's pretty much going to explain how Djinns are used, how they could be used in battle, and what do they do as you collect them. So this is the Venus Djinn. Venus is Earth in this game. And he's going to show us a tutorial and pretty much give us a walkthrough of the mechanics of each Djinn during battle. So as I said before, if you give a Djinn to like a fire user or a Mars, you can see his powers would change, and also his stats would change. Some of them will go down, some of them go up, like the HP here, or the defense will go down, so forth. It's pretty much, if you want certain powers, you gotta combine them somehow. You get different combinations. In some cases it's very useful, and in others not so much. And you could also trade them. And right now we're in battle. And you can actually use a Djinn during battle, and each time you use it, your stats will go down, as you can see on the screen there. And once you use a Djinn, you can also summon them, as Flint here is explaining. And there's a summon icon. Now after you use your first Djinn, the first summon will always be offensive. It doesn't matter if it's a Venus, Jupiter, Mars, or Mercury, it would always be offensive. Now when you are using a Djinn, not summoning it, the Djinn may do an offensive move, defensive, heal, or restore any status elements, like poison. And also, as you use more Djinns, you will be able to do summons, which are more powerful than just using one Djinn. So now the Earth Djinn Flint will join us. Oh yeah, the animation for every Djinn is different. You will see it as I collect the other Djinns. You see the differences in animation. So right now we're going down to the village of Bolt. Oh yeah, before I forget, every time you encounter a battle in the plains, you don't really get to encounter that many monsters. Whereas if you were to go to the forest area, there will be like 5 or maybe 4 monsters. I mean, in general, there really isn't that much of a difference when it comes to experience. So we are at Bolt right now, and Master Hamed is leaving, but unfortunately for him and us, he really can't get to the other side, because as you will see, the bridge is broken. So we will pretty much have to go the other way, which is the long way, to get to the other side, to Calais, where Master Hamed is going. So, well guys, this video is almost over. If you guys like the content I have on my channel, you can click on the subscribe button. And if you wish to see more videos, you can click on the more videos button. Thank you for watching this video.